Hello everybody and welcome to the Homestead Miami Speedway for another race in our 2025 NR2003 NASCAR Cup Series season, the Straight Talk Wireless 400. The two favorites for today's race start on the front row, Tyler Reddick in the 45 and Kyle Larson in the 5, who of course had a strong showing in our Xfinity simulation yesterday, coming home 10th after crashing twice. So a miracle run for him there as we're green and underway. Here in Homestead, Tyler Reddick out to the early advantage over Kyle Larson as we go into turn 1. Of course, last year when we were here in the round of 8 in the playoffs, the win was picked up by Ryan Blaney. So Blaney picked up the win last time we're here. He's right now running top 10, but it's Tyler Reddick in the 45 Toyota for 2311 Racing, leading the way in that Jordan brand paint scheme. But don't count the 5 of Kyle Larson, ripping that high line, as we used to call it, the Larson line, and Larson rockets into the race lead here at Homestead. He'll get around Tyler Reddick for P1 here as we go through 1 and 2. Larson picking up right where he left off last year, where he led a bunch of laps here before being crashed out. And now here comes Denny Hamlin on lap 7, the 11. So Hamlin now taking the lead over the 5 of Kyle Larson. Of course, it was just announced this week that he has a 18-race deal with Progressive Insurance to be a primary sponsor. This was recorded before that was announced, so we have the national debt relief on his car this week. But next week, I assure you, he'll have the Progressive blue and white paint scheme on his Toyota. So Hamlin leads the way here. Then a little bit later in the stage, Bubba Wallace gets turned around by Michael McDowell. Will both go up to the outside wall, and that will bring out the caution flag. Here at Homestead, McDowell and Wallace go around. Caution is out. And it'll be Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson takes back to green, but now Reddick and Larson have both got by Hamlin, and so now Reddick takes back over as the race leader here on lap 19. Now 12 laps there, lap 31. Larson able to get to the inside of Reddick. Larson trying to take advantage and take that lead away. Can he make it work? He's got a good run here through 1 and 2 as they approach the back straightaway. A great battle between two of the best drivers at running the outside lane here on these high-speed mile-and-a-half ovals. Tyler Reddick in the 45, car co-owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. Then Kyle Larson in the 5 for, of course, one of the greatest car owners of all time, Rick Hendrick and Hendrick Motorsports. As they get by lap car, Yaley. Larson going to use him as a pick here as they go into turn 1 and 2, and a beautifully executed pass. Kyle Larson to the lead in Homestead. He's going to get around Tyler Reddick on the inside lane through lap traffic. Now on lap 40, Reddick now is going to pull a great crossover move out of turn 4. He's able to get a draft off Joey Logano. Now gets Larson stuck behind McDowell, and now Reddick back to the lead here in Homestead using lap cars just like Larson did to help him make passes. So now on the lap 45, it's still the 45 leading this race already. But look at Larson on the outside. A great move right there, able to get the draft right around Reddick and fits right in line, right in front of him. Brilliant pass right there by Kyle Larson to get back in front of Tyler Reddick in lap traffic. That was incredible. Now Reddick took the lead back, but on lap 73 here, so with just 3 to go in stage 1, Reddick is pitting from the lead, which is going to cost him stage points here. So of course Larson's going to hold the lead here. And now last lap of stage 1, Larson in a great spot to win stage 1 here in Homestead. The 5 is slowing. Now Larson's going to come down pit road on the last corner of the stage. A very questionable decision. It's going to cost him a playoff point here, as here comes the 9 of Chase Elliott. And Elliott is going to steal stage 1 here in Homestead. Larson will come home second on pit road. Third place is going to be the 77 of Carson Hocevar. There he is now. Then William Byron will come across 4th. Ross Chastain's going to round out the top 5 as he makes his way across the start-finish line, followed up by AJ Allmendinger in 6th, Josh Berry in 7th, Cole Custer 8th, Zane Smith 9th, and the final stage point is going to go to Brad Keselowski. So stage 1 goes to Chase Elliott here in Homestead after some weird strategies. That's going to end up trapping Hamlin, Bell, and Reddick all a lap down, who were 3 of the fastest race cars, and notably all Toyotas. And now as we're back underway here on lap 80 to begin stage 2, it is Bowman on the outside of Larson. So still a Hendrick Motorsports 1, 2, 3 here in Homestead. Of course, Bowman, our winner here last week in Las Vegas, to punch his ticket into the playoffs. But right now it is Kyle Larson back out front once again here in Homestead, and he continues to drive away until a big crash in turn 1. Ryan Blaney is involved. Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski, and Zane Smith go crashing. Kyle Busch gets a piece of it as well here in turn 1 and 2, and a multi-car pileup is going to take out some good race cars. Like Ryan Blaney was running top 10. Zane Smith had stage 1 stage points, was doing a great job. He'll be taken out. Kyle Busch is out, who can't seem to catch a break ever since he joined RCR. Also out, you're going to have 71, Michael McDowell. Just hasn't been his day. So now we're back underway here on lap 108. Now it's Elliott and Larson, the front row. So still the 5 up here, but Chase Elliott gets a better restart. Of course, Elliott, your stage 1 winner, able to take advantage of the strategy from Larson to win that stage. And now he's right back up here on the front row, battling his teammate Kyle Larson, who seems to have the fastest car out here today. Has been so dominant, so fast, and is looking for his 3rd Homestead win in the last 4 seasons. I think they're 3 and 4 behind him. The 48's coming down pit road. What's wrong with Alex Bowman? Problems for the 48. He's coming down pit lane. Something awry, maybe a loose wheel or something on the 48. Going to cost him dearly on the racetrack. It's going to put him out of contention, put him a lap down, and that is heartbreaker because he was running top 5 most of the day. He was having a really strong run going tonight, but Elliott has the lead, but not for much longer. Here comes the 5 of Kyle Larson right back on the outside lane here on lap 112, and with a little more than 50 to go in the stage, Kyle Larson back out front here in Homestead. He'll get around Chase Elliott and continue to dominate. No trouble. Ryan Preece crashed out of this race, as well as Christopher Bell and William Byron. Huge drama here. Those are 3 of the best cars. Preece was running top 15 all day long. Christopher Bell was arguably a top 5 car, but got trapped a lap down and started to make his way back up on strategy. He'll crash out. And then William Byron was top 5 in stage 1, having a great run. Now out of the race as well. So not a good streak of races for Christopher Bell lately, or William Byron, who should still be top 5 in the point standings. But now Larson once again alongside Chase Elliott on this restart. Sorry about missing the last couple of wrecks. I am once again doing my best Fox Sports impression with the coverage lately. I'm trying to improve, but sometimes when you simulate accidentally a little bit too far, accidentally skip something. That's why we've only been catching parts of accidents and not the full thing. So they come at unexpected moments. Now here comes Chase Elliott on the back outside Larson, but Larson was able to fend that charge off. And now last up, stage 2. Looks like it's going to be a stage win this time for Kyle Larson. He's not going to fumble it away like he did stage 1. And Kyle Larson will dominate and win stage 2 here in Homestead. Elliott's 2nd. Ross Chastain making his way through turn 4 will come across in 3rd, earning 8 points for your points leader. AJ Allmendinger comes across 4th. Top 5 round out by Josh Berry. How about John Hunter Nemechek in 6th? Cole Custer in 7th. Carson Hocevar 8th. Riley Erbst in 9th. Continues to be so consistent to start his rookie year. And then Daniel Suarez here is going to earn the final stage point. So Hendrick sweeps the stages. Elliott picking up stage 1 win. Larson picking up the stage 2 win. Who's going to get it done in the final stage of racing, where it is the money stop? Larson on pit road now for his scheduled green flag pit stop with just 46 laps to go. Larson is in, and that will cycle the lead out to the 11 of Denny Hamlin. So now Hamlin back out front once again here at Homestead. And now ensuing lap, Hamlin will come in here, approaching 45 to go. So Hamlin will make his scheduled stop. So we'll see if everything cycles out back to Kyle Larson, which I believe it should here. The Hamlin officially leads that lap on pit road. We look to see if any of the other guys who were behind Hamlin, no, they all pitted. So it looks like it's going to cycle out to be Kyle Larson, your new race leader once again here in Homestead, as he's just been so dominant and is looking like he's well on his way to victory. And a massive crash in turn 1. Stenhouse, Logano, there's Van Gisbergen, Haley, and more. Josh Berry involved. I mean, absolute ARCA breaks here in turn 1. Cars slamming into cars and absolute carnage. Tons of guys taken out of this. Oh my goodness, what is going on here in Homestead? More troubles. Van Gisbergen just got hit by Bowman. Cindric now has ran into the 48. What in the hell just happened? And Chase Elliott also involved. He slams into Haley head on, collects Hamlin. Those are 2 of the best cars all night long now involved in an accident. Chase Elliott's done for the day after earning 19 stage points and winning stage 1. He is out. What a turn of events here in Homestead. And now in this restart, it is Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin leading us back to the green flag. We only have 19 cars left in the race. Look at the long list of guys out of the race. You got Cody Ware, SVG, Joey Logano, Ty Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse, Austin Dillon, Justin Haley, Chase Elliott, and more are all out of this race after that massive crash, as Kyle Larson will retake the lead here at Homestead with just 36 laps to go from Denny Hamlin. Now here we are, 2 to go, coming to the white flag this time by... no one has been able to touch Kyle Larson since Tyler Reddick went a lap down at the end of stage 1. And now Larson looking to win once again here in Homestead. White flag, final lap presented by Credit One Bank at Homestead Miami Speedway for Kyle Larson. He's trying to lap 6th place John Hunter Nemechek here on the final lap of the race. Reddick has climbed his way all the way back up to 5th after being a lap down ever since the end of the first stage. But it's going to be a dominant performance from Kyle Larson here in Homestead. He's the favorite pretty much every time we go here, and he's going to get his 3rd career Homestead win in our simulations. Kyle Larson dominates in Miami. He's going to pick up the victory. Denny Hamlin will come across in 2nd. 3rd place is going to be AJ Allmendinger. How about that for the... Oh, hold on now. He's got to type out with Ross Chastain. It's going to be a drag race. Who's going to get 3rd, Allmendinger or Chastain, as they race back to the line? Allmendinger edges out Chastain for 3rd. Reddick on the very back end of the lead lap is going to round out the top 5. Then it's going to be John Hunter Nemechek, Cole Custer, Chase Briscoe, Zane Smith, and Daniel Suarez, the top 10 here in Homestead. But it's Kyle Larson picking up the win, the 27th of his career, the 3rd here at Homestead Miami Speedway, and he led 217 out of 267 laps en route to a dominant win. He also picked up the Xfinity fastest lap, which is a bonus championship point to the 5. As you look at your final race results, Hamlin, Allmendinger, Chastain, Reddick top 5, Nemechek, Custer, Briscoe, Earp, Suarez the top 10. So great runs from Riley Herbst, Cole Custer, John Hunter, much needed for those guys. Then obviously only 19 cars finishing the race, the last of that being J.J. Yaley in the 44. And then all the DNFs, Chase Elliott, who was so strong today, Hocevar, Berry, who were really good, top 10 all night long, Logano, Byron, Bell. So a lot of good cars taken out, and a few of the accidents that we had in this race. But Kyle Larson dominates, picks up the wins. Now here's your updated Cup Series playoff grid. 6 races down, 20 to go in the regular season. Larson now solidifies himself at the top of the leaderboard, our only multi-time winner this season. Of course, winning here at Homestead and then winning the Daytona 500. Chastain, Bowman, Bell, the other winners locked in. Byron, Cindric, Allmendinger, Keselowski, Erbst, Briscoe, and Gregson. So that's through the top 11 in points. Are all looking pretty good with their cushions above the cut line right now. Suarez, Busch, Stenhouse, Bubba Wallace, and Joey Logano on the positive side of the bubble, with Todd Gilliland, Ty Dillon, Tyler Reddick, and Michael McDowell on the outside looking in as we head to Martinsville Speedway next week. So as we conclude this episode, as always, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. Thank you very much to Brenda Brian and Jeremy Isley for your support. I really appreciate it. It continues to help me and this channel continue to produce some awesome content on our road to 1,000 subscribers. We've just recently eclipsed 975 subscribers, which is awesome. I thank you guys so much for that. But those of you that are watching and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and I would really, really appreciate it. It helps me out a ton. If you want to become a paid channel member, link for that is in the description down below. And until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.